So the Xbox Bethesda showcase just happened, and to be fair, it was alright, it wasn't great, it wasn't terrible. They did show off a lot, and I mean a lot, of games. Personally, I'm most interested in that Alice Through the Looking Glass, Alice in Wonderland type game. I think it's called Ravenlock. It looks really cool. And of course Starfield. I do have some problems with Starfield though. Now visually it doesn't look the best, but I don't really care about visuals. My main problem is with the fact that essentially it's just kind of like No Man's Sky, which isn't bad, but it has, because it's trying to be like No Man's Sky, I guess, and have thousands and thousands of planets, they have to be procedurally generated. And usually with RPGs, a procedurally generated world and procedurally generated quests don't really work well. Just look at Skyrim. Skyrim has procedurally generated quests, and they're all the same boring fetch quest. It's not very fun. It never really works out. And my other problem with it is that it doesn't really look like you're gonna have a lot of influence over the story. Todd Howard did say that you get to choose who your character is and you get to make a bunch of, very important decisions, but Todd Howard is known for lying about those things, and he did claim those exact same things when revealing Fallout 4, and it also ended up being a lie. So while I'll probably get the game because it does look kinda good, I'm very cautious about it, I guess. Also, to all the people who are upset that they didn't show Fable or The Elder Scrolls 6 or Avowed or any of those games, they did say that they were only going to be showing games that were going to come out within the next 12 months. If you thought that Fable or The Elder Scrolls was going to release within the next 12 months, that's crazy, okay? You're setting unrealistic expectations. But more importantly, PlayStation fanboys, being the pathetic little glue sniffers that they are already being extremely salty and damage controlling on Twitter. So without further ado, let's get into the salt.
PS5 clears. PlayStation clears.
Bro, please don't make us PlayStation fans look bad. I honestly feel bad for real PlayStation fans, just normal people who like to play on PlayStation, because to me, PlayStation fanboys are just, clowns that I can laugh at on Twitter. But to these people, it's like an actual cancer in their community that's ruining it for everybody else. I actually kind of feel bad, not gonna lie.
Garbage show. PlayStation better.
I mean, honestly, what did PlayStation even show in their, showcase that was better than what Xbox was? Like, really, what did it show? They showed Spider-Man coming to PC, and then they showed 2 games I was mildly interested in, which is the cat game and the rollerblading game. I don't remember the names. But besides that, they literally showed nothing.
PlayStation better games.
First of all, I like how even with very short sentences, these fuckers for some reason need to leave out words. It's not PlayStation has better games or PlayStation got better games. No, PlayStation better games. But no, they definitely don't. Well, I guess it's a matter of opinion, but personally, I prefer a platform with a variety of different games and not 10 games that are basically exactly the same, because they're all third-person action RPGs with stealth elements and cinematic cutscenes. At least Xbox shows original ideas in their games, creative concepts, different genres.
I was always against people that went by Xbox has no games, but deadass, they really don't have any games, lol.
This retard, by the way, this motherfucker, commented this under a tweet of Xbox where Xbox posted this Starfield meme. So that's already one game that Xbox does have. And also, did you even watch the showcase? Xbox literally showed twice as many games, at least, as PlayStation showed in their showcase. Do you have an oxygen deficiency that you could watch this showcase and still think to yourself, oh, Xbox doesn't have games? Because at this point, Xbox has far more games announced for its platform than Sony does.
This is all of y'all exclusives? Y'all don't get tired of making more mid-craft? PlayStation clear in my books.
Okay, so first of all, this isn't all their exclusives. These are just the exclusives that are gonna come out within the next 12 months. So before you bring up games like Wolverine and God of War, those aren't games that are gonna come out in the next 12 months, okay? Because we've got games like Avowed and Fable 4 coming. But, you know, those are also not gonna come out in the next 12 months, which is why they weren't shown off. And also Midcraft, yeah man, it's just only the most sold game and most popular game of all time, and no, it's not the same. See, PlayStation fanboys have this problem, right? And I'm gonna explain it to you right now. So a couple years back, when Minecraft Dungeons was revealed, JTech did this exact same thing on a stream. I can't pull it up because he's deleted it. But he and his friends were just so confused because they couldn't see the difference between Minecraft Dungeons and regular Minecraft. They were just like, but this is the same game. Why would anyone ever play this? It's the exact same game. It's like, that's the thing about PlayStation fanboys. They can only look at graphics. They don't see difference in gameplay, which is why they play the same game over and over and over again. Because to them, you know, Uncharted, The Last of Us, those are completely different games. Even though they play basically exactly the same, they're completely different games because they look different. But all the Minecraft games, you know, Minecraft, Minecraft Dungeons, now Minecraft Legends, have the same art style. Therefore, they must be the same game. This is how retarded PlayStation fanboys are. I'm not even kidding.
Okay. Immediately lost interest. That's like the quickest way for me to like tune out. Alright. Well, okay, from the creators of Minecraft, are they saying it's a new game?
Legends hold great power.
Nope, not a new game.
They are the dreams we
Alright. I mean, of course, they're gonna have to talk about Minecraft.
Why is the creator of Metal Gear Solid switching to Xbox? Just wondering.
He is not switching to Xbox. Kojima Studios is an independent company and they can make games for whatever platform they want. But yeah, there is a lot of Kojima salt out there. A lot of PlayStation fanboys are upset and feel betrayed that Kojima is now developing a game exclusive for Xbox, even though it's probably gonna come to PlayStation like a year later anyway, in the same way that Death Stranding was exclusive to PlayStation and then came to Xbox. But whatever. So to explore some more of this very potent Kojima salt, let's switch over to YouTube, where one of our favorite PlayStation fanboys, MBG, got really upset about the fact that Kojima was making a game exclusively for Xbox.
Also, I'm gonna fucking say it. And I'm gonna fucking say it one time, and I'm gonna say it good.
Could you imagine if he just said the N-word? That'd be, I don't know, it'd be kind of funny.
I sure hope, and yes, you will sense the salt in this.
Mate, I'm sensing the salt already.
But I gotta say it. I sure do hope that any Xbox fan, Xbox player, anybody who is playing on Xbox as their preferred platform, I sure do hope that you keep the same energy that you had when Death Stranding released.
What same energy? Is this about people not liking Death Stranding when it first came out? I don't think that's only Xbox people, dude. I think literally when the game came out, the entire internet was shitting on it. And then a year later, everyone was talking about how much they actually loved the game. So the opinion on the game literally changed in like a year. So I'm not sure.
Because as somebody who was always a believer in Death Stranding, even when I was playing on Xbox as my preferred platform, I was still a believer in Death Stranding, and I said from the start, I'm going to get a PlayStation to play this game. Even when the gameplay came out, and it turns out it was a lot different than what we're anticipating, and everybody was, not everybody, but a lot of people, especially Xbox fans, were shitting all over that game, dude. And they still do to this day. Walking FedEx Simulator. But you know what? They're not going to keep the same energy. Instead, what they're going to do is they're going to come out and they're going to be like, well, it's because Kojima's Xbox game is going to be better.
But what if it is, though? Like, I hate this. So, I'm not saying Death Stranding is a bad game, by the way. I haven't played it. But, like, this is going to be a different game from Death Stranding. You know, which people will probably have a different opinion on. So, why do they need to keep the same energy? That's like if I play a Mario game for the first time, like my first ever time playing a Mario game, and I don't like it, that after that I'm never allowed to like Mario games ever again, even if they're different. Like, what the fuck? Just because people didn't like Death Stranding doesn't mean they're not allowed to like or support any other Kojima game, and that they just have to keep that same energy. It's fucking bullshit.
Right? That's exactly what's going to happen. And you know what? I'm just saying, look, you weren't there for Death Stranding. You didn't support it. You shit all over it.
So now you're not allowed to support the new game. Makes perfect sense, my guy. 100%. Doesn't just sound like crazy ramblings of a guy who is extremely upset that Kojima is making an exclusive game for Xbox.
But I think that my expectations, I think, are always just kind of off when it comes to Microsoft, because I always anticipate that they're going to do the Sony thing. You know what I mean? Like, they're gonna do the Sony thing where they're just gonna keep showing like big, highly refined AAA games, single player games, cinematic games, stuff like that.
Yeah, cinematic single player games are the only games that Sony has, my guy. They don't have any variety in their genre. And also, when does Sony ever do this, where they have an event where they only show off like AAA game after AAA game? Like, did you see their state of play? They don't do that kind of thing. Their state of play fucking sucked.
Rogue Cells, you're saying 10 times better than the Sony showcase. Your grade. Well, Sony didn't have a showcase this year. Sony had a state of play. I mean, I would not compare a state of play to a showcase. You know, I feel like they're two different things.
Oh, I see. It doesn't count because it was called State of Play instead of a showcase. That's such bullshit. That's the most fanboy excuse for, oh yeah, I know PlayStation showed a bunch of shitty fucking games at their terrible event, but it wasn't technically a showcase because it was called a State of Play. Shut the fuck up, man.
I think people were anticipating that Sony's State of Play was going to be garbage, and it actually turned out to be, I think, a lot better than people were expecting. Nah,
it still turned out garbage.
Axis Hawk, you're saying, MBG, how would you rate it out of 10? Out of 10, I'd probably give it a 7.5, between a 7.5 and an 8.5, depending, again, like, for me, it's like a 7.5. Because there wasn't much here that really... I think the pacing was good. I think, again, there was a good game off. There wasn't exciting games that I was looking for, but I like 7. But I think most people are looking at like 8.5. You're saying I'm being way too kind? Maybe I am. I don't know. Maybe I am. I think that I just feel comfortable giving them a rating like that because it's, I'm going to be honest, like, it's Xbox. I don't hold Xbox to the same standard. I don't. And maybe people think that that's not fair, and maybe it isn't fair, but it's just the truth.
I mean, but like, why don't you hold Xbox to the same standard of PlayStation? Because you know, last time I checked, Xbox does tend to, again, show more variety in their games, different genres, you know, different concepts, not just the same thing over and over and over again.
Here's what I'll say: if this was a Sony showcase, I would be like immensely disappointed. I would be unbelievably disappointed. But I guess that's just because, again, like, I'm expecting very different games from Sony than I am from Xbox. And I know, like, people were making fun of Xbox because they're like, they showed too many cartoony games, too many small games. But it's like, that's Xbox, dude.
Yeah, fuck Xbox. They got all these diverse games with interesting concepts and not just the same walking simulator over and over again. Anyway, I was originally also going to include the amazing Lucas's reaction to Starfield in this video, but the video was just getting way too fucking long. It was almost 30 minutes. So I'm just gonna make that into its own separate video, which is probably gonna come out tomorrow. So, you know, stay tuned for that. But anyway, for now, this has been the video. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.